Good morning, students. This is 11th standard botany video class, video 4. In this video, we are going to continue the lesson Taxonomy and Systematic Botany. Dear students, in the previous video class, we have seen different types of taxonomical aids and we have started types of classification. Classification divided into three types: artificial system, natural system, and phylogenetic system of classification. First one, artificial system of classification, we have seen in the previous video class. It was proposed by Carolus Linnaeus. It is otherwise known as sexual system of classification. This classification was published in his book Species Plantarum. In this book, he has described 24 classes based on the number of stamen, union of the stamen, length of a stamen, and distribution of a stamen. And also he has given the description about 7,300 species in that book. So that the system is otherwise known as sexual system of classification. And also we have seen disadvantages of artificial system of classification. The second system is Bentham and Hooker system classification or natural system of classification. Now, in this video also, we are going to see the second classification, that is Bentham and Hooker classification or natural system of classification. Dear students, this is the Bentham and Hooker system of classification. First figure is George Bentham and second one is the Joseph Dalton Hooker. So both of them which are proposed the system is natural system of classification. This system was published in the book is known as Genera Plantarum. This book consists of 3 volumes. Underline the word, is the important one mark question. In this book, he has explained 202 families, 7,569 genera, that means genus, 97,205 species. And also they have classified only the angiospermic plant, that is seeded plant. So these seeded plants are classified into 3 main classes. One is dicotyledone, gymnospermae, and monocotyledone. Class 1, dicotyledone, embryo with 2 cotyledon, reticulate venation in leaves, taproot system, flowers with 4 petals or 5 petals. So this dicotyledone class again divided into 3 subclasses: Polypetale, Gamopetale, and Monochlamydeae. First one, Polypetale, is a subclass 1. Flowers with free petals are known as Polypetale with a superior ovary, and flowers are dichlamydeous. What is that one? Calyx and corollas are present. That is said to be dichlamydeous flower. This subclass Polypetale again divided into 3 series based on the shape of the receptacle or thalamus. That is Thalamiflorae, Disciflorae, and Caliciflorae. First one, that is series 1, Thalamiflorae. The shape of the thalamus is dome shape or conical shape with a superior ovary. It includes 6 order and 34 families. Then second series Disciflorae. The thalamus is disc shaped with a superior ovary. It includes 4 orders and 23 families. Third one, series 3, Caliciflorae. Cup-shaped thalamus, inferior ovary, sometimes half inferior ovary. It includes 5 orders and 27 families. Dear students, up to this only we have seen in the previous video class. Now we are going to see the second series of polypetalae, that is Gamopetalae. The subclass of the Dicotyledonnae, that is said to be Gamopetalae, subclass 2. First one, subclass 1 polypetalae, divided into 3 series, Thalomyflorae, Disciflorae and Caliciflorae. Next subclass is Gamopetalae. That means petals are fused. That means flowers with fused petal or joined petal. So these petals are either partially fused or completely fused to one another. Gamo, which means fused. Petals are fused. The fusion of petals may be either partially or completely fused. And also the flowers also dichlamydious, that is calyx and corolla whorls are present. This Gamopetalae again divided into 3 series, Inferae, Heteromerae and Bicarpellate. The series 1, Inferae, the name itself, the answer is there, inferior ovary, flowers with inferior ovary. And also Epigynes flower. What is Epigynes flower? Other floral whorls are at the top. Gynoecium is at the base. That is said to be Epigynes flower, isn't it? So here in this series Inferae, flowers are epigynous and inferior ovary. It includes 3 orders and 9 families. Dear students, like Thalomyflorae, Disciflorae and Caliciflorae, the Inferae, Heteromerae and Bicarpellate is also important of 2 mark question. Second series, Heteromerae. Here the flowers are hypogynous flower, superior ovary. What is hypogynous flower? The gynoecium is at the top. The other floral parts are at the base. And also this Heteromerae, the gynoecium, which consists of more than 2 carpels. The gynoecium consists of how many carpels? More than 2 carpels. It includes 3 orders and 12 families. Next series Bicarpellate. Bi means 2. So how many carpel is there? 2 carpel. Flowers hypogynous, superior ovary, but gynoecium or ovary with only 2 carpels. Ovary with how many carpels? 2 carpels. That is said to be bicarpellate. It includes 4 orders and 24 families. So those are all the 3 series of subclass 2 Gamopetalae. The next subclass 3 is Monoclamidae. So what is Monoclamidae? I already told you, incomplete flowers. One of the word is absent. Incomplete flowers, either apetalous, that means absence of corolla or petal, or asepalous, absence of sepal or calyx. That is said to be monochlamydia. I already told you in the previous video class, write a short notes on monochlamydia is the important 3-mark question. Dear students, see the line. The flower is undifferentiated into calyx and corolla. It's known as monochlamydia. The sepals and petals are not clearly seen, but they are modified into another form is called perianth. What is perianth is the important 2-mark question. The sepals and petals are not distinguished and they are called perianth. Sometimes in some of the flowers, both the whorls are absent. Monochlamydia includes 8 series and 36 families. Dear students, up to this, class 1 dicotyledonnae is over. The next major class 2 is gymnospermae. Here, the plants with a naked ovule. Naked means we can able to see with our eye directly. That is said to be naked. Ovules are directly present on the plant pods. Coming under class gymnospermae. Gymno means naked. Sperma means seed. Okay. So this gymnospermae includes 3 families: Neetaceae, Coniferae and Cycadaceae. What are gymnosperm is the important 3-mark question. And also they'll ask the 2-mark question. Write the 3 families of gymnosperm. Class, gymnosperm. What are the 3 families? Neetaceae, Coniferae and Cycadaceae. The next one, class 3, major class 3, monocotyledonnae. How many cotyledon? Mono, only one cotyledon. So, embryo with one cotyledon. Leaves are showing the parallel venation. Root type is fibrous root system. And the flowers with 3 petals only, that is said to be trimerous flower, are coming under class monocotyledonnae. It includes 7 series and 34 families. So, dear students, these are all the entire classification of Bentham and Hooker classification. Still, this classification is used in the many agriculture department, forestry department, horticulture department, and also different botanical gardens and a herbarium. So, this Bentham Hooker classification is very, very important as well as the most popular classification used in past and present periods. Dear students, see the paragraph what I told you in the previous paragraph. It's given here. It is the best system of classification. The system is used in colonial countries and herbaria of those countries. Based on the system, the system is used as a key for identification of your plants in some of the herbaria of the world. So, what are the characteristic feature which is present in the Bentham and Hooker classification is the important 3-mark question. The first important character is the description of a plant is quite accurate. That means exact one, because They are collecting the characters in the natural environment or natural affinities or character. So, the description of a plant is quite accurate. That means very clear and reliable. That means reliable. Then, the description of a plant is based upon the actual specimen which is present in the natural environment. That means these two scientists went to the particular environment and observed the plant in the natural environmental condition and collect the characters for their classification. So that is the one of the important character or achievements of this system. Dear students, they have collected the characters from the natural environment. But they are not comparing the character from other one. That is said to be the comparison of known facts. Okay. The second character is, it is very easy to follow. It will be very easy. So all the botanical gardens, forest department, agriculture department, different herbarium are following this system of classification as a key for identification of a plants. So easy to follow. So it is used as a key for the identification of plants in several herbaria of the world. So these two are the advantage of the Bentham and Hooker classification. So this system is also showing certain disadvantage, even though they have collected characters or a taxa from the natural environment, but they are not included the evolutionary character in their classification. So that's why they given in the last line. In this system was not intended to be phylogenetic character. They have taken only the, what is that one? Natural affinities or character. So this is the one of the disadvantage of Bentham-Hooker classification. Whatever may be, this system is still following several herbaria of the world and botanical gardens. So dear students, the second system is over. The modern system of classification or third system is known as phylogenetic system of classification. This system was proposed based on the book is known as Origin of Species, written by Charles Darwin in the year 1859. This book only has given the stimulation to create this phylogenetic system of classification by two scientists known as Adolf Engler and Karl A. Prandtl. So these two scientists are German botanists. Adolf Engler 1844 to 1930 and Karl A. Prandtl in the year 1849 to 1893. So they have published this phylogenetic system of classification in their monumental work is known as Die Naturlichen Pflanzen Familien, which consists of 23 volumes. One more question. Bentham and Hooker system of classification published in Genera Plantarum book consists of how many volumes? 3 volumes. But this phylogenetic system published in their monumental work is known as Die Naturlichen Pflanzen Familien into 23 volumes in the year 1887 to 1915. So this system, the classification of plants, that is plant kingdom, divided into 13 divisions. Dear students, see the picture. First one is the Adolf Engler, German botanist. Second one, Karl A. Prantl. He was also German botanist. So they have divided the entire plant kingdom into 13 divisions. First 11 divisions are known as Thalophytes. What is the Thalophytes? Non-flowering plants, isn't it? The 12th division is known as Embryophyta asyphonogamma. That means plants with embryos. But siphon abdina pollen tube. Asyphon means absence of pollen tubes. So there is no formation of pollen tubes in the pollen grains. Includes bryophytes and pteridophytes. So first 11 divisions are Thalophytes. The 12th division is known as Embryophyta. That means they are producing embryos. But asyphonogamma. That means absence of pollen tubes. Example, bryophytes and pteridophytes. And the 13th division is known as Embryophyta siphonogamma. That means they are producing embryos. Pollen grains are producing the pollen tubes. Example, angiospermic plant, that is all seeded plants. So this phylogenetic system again divided into second one, that is Arthur Cronquist system of classification. He is an eminent American taxonomist, proposed another phylogenetic system of classification. In this classification, he has used only the flowering plants. Dear students, see the photographic picture. A scientist named Arthur Cronquist. He has proposed the second type of phylogenetic system of classification. So in this classification, he has taken characters from anatomical character, phytochemical character, that means chemical nature of your plants, and also he has given importance for evolutionary sequence, that is phylogenetic characters. So he has presented his classification in the year 1968 in his book titled The Evolution and Classification of Flowering Plants. So his classification is based on the principles of evolution or phylogeny that finds acceptance with the major contemporary authors. That means their characters based on the evolution. His classification is accepted by many authors in his period. So Cronquist classified the seeded plant, a angiospermic plant, into two main classes. One is Magnoliopsida, that is dicotyledon, and Liliopsida, that is monocot. Magnoliopsida means dicotyledon, Liliopsida means monocotyledon. Here, they are consist of 6 subclass. First two classes, Magnoliopsida and Liliopsida. They contain 6 subclasses, 64 orders, 320 families, and 1,65,000 species in Magnoliopsida. In Liliopsida, 5 subclasses, 19 orders, and 66 families, 50,000 species. Dear students, but Cronquist system is not used for longer period because he has used only very few identification. Some of the plants cannot adapt it in the herbaria due to high phylogenetic nature. So, Cronquist system is the second phylogenetic system of classification. Dear students, up to this we have seen three types of classification. See the flow chart. This is the Bentham-Hooker system of classification. So what all studied in the paragraph, it's given in the form of flow chart. It's very, very important 5-mark question. Please kindly make a note on it. Seeded plant divided into dicotyledonnae, gymnospermae, monocotyledonnae, 3 classes. Class 1 again divided into 3 subclass. Subclass Polypetalae, Gamopetalae, Monochlamydiae. Subclass Polypetalae again divided into 3 series. Thalamiflorae, Disciflorae, Caliciflorae. Thalamiflorae consists of 6 orders, 34 families. Disciflorae 4 orders, 23 families. Caliciflorae 5 orders, 27 families. Likewise, subclass Gamopetalae divided into 3 series. Inferae with 3 orders and 9 families. Heteromerae 3 orders and 12 families. Bicarpellatae 4 orders and 24 families. See the diagram, heteromerae. The carpels, the ovary with more than 2 carpels is there. 5 chamber is there, 5 carpels. Okay. Bicarpellatae, they are having only 2 chambers or 2 carpels. Last one, Monochlamydiae subclass, 8 series and 36 families. Now coming to the main class 2, Gymnospermae, consists of 3 families, Neetaceae, Coniferae, Cycadaceae. Main class 3, Monocotyledonnae, consists of 7 series and 34 families. Is the flow chart showing the classification of Bentham and Hooker or natural system of classification. Is very, very important. 3-mark and 5-mark flow chart. Dear students, this is the another flow chart, that is Engler and Petale classification. That means phylogenetic system 1 was proposed by 2 scientists, Engler and Petale. It is the flow chart of phylogenetic system of classification. Division, embryophyta, isn't it? So it is divided into how many divisions? 13 divisions, isn't it? First one, embryophyta division, Siphonogamma, divided into 2. Subdivision Gymnospermae, subdivision Angiospermae. Subdivision Angiospermae divided into class Dicotyledonnae, class Monocotyledonnae. Includes 11 orders and 45 families. It includes 44 orders. Dicotyledonnae again divided into 2. Archiclamidiae, Metachlamydiae. So Archiclamidiae means apetalae, absence of petals. Corolla, polypetals. Perianth, singular, double. Includes 33 orders and 201 families. Metachlamydia means sympetalae. Petals are fused. Gamma petalae or sympetalae are same, fused. Corolla, gamopetalous. Perianth in 2 whorls. Includes 11 orders and 57 families. Is the classification of Engler and Petale. Dear students, they consist of 13 division. 12 divisions are Thalophytes. 11 divisions are Thalophytes. 12th divisions are Embryophyta with A siphonogamma includes bryophytes and pteridophytes. Another one, that is 30th division, is Embryophyta with siphonogamma. So that classification only they are given here in the Engler and Prantl classification of flowchart. This is also important 3 mark and 5 mark question. Dear students, this is the another phylogenetic system of classification proposed by Cranquist. He has divided the plant kingdom into 2 classes. One is the Magnoliopsida or dicotyledon, class Liliopsida or monocotyledon. So they are consist of different subclass. Liliopsida consists of 5 subclass and Magnoliopsida divided into different subclasses, that is 6 subclasses. So this is the diagrammatic representation of class Magnoliopsida and Liliopsida based on the classification of Cranquist. Is an important 2 mark question. Dear students, I hope have you all understood Bentham and Hooker system of classification, phylogenetic system of classification by Engler and Prantl. Another phylogenetic system of classification is proposed by Cranquist. Up to this, I conclude my video. Remaining, we will see in the next video class. God bless you. All the best, children.